Family, nothing nice like butter and dumpling. So I put some thin slice of butter on top of the dumpling, and when the dumpling is hot, it just melts. It's very, very good. When you take it out the pot and it's hot, the butter just melt on the dumpling. Oh yes, and you lick your finger. And this is smelling up the place and tastes very good. Because I had tasted it and it's very, very good. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Blessings, blessing everyone. Blessings from Eat Good TV. Sizzling, savoring. Little is much with all in it. Today I have a very special recipe for you. It's my jerk papaya with saltfish and coconut curry dumpling. These are the ingredients we need. This is saltfish. I boil the saltfish and I wash it twice, then I put it to boil and then I rinse it. So that's the saltfish. We have all-purpose seasoning over here, some jerk seasoning, papaya, assorted bell peppers, and this is curry, and this is better pack curry for the dumpling, and I love to use better pack curry. It's a very good curry. And I don't have to grate a coconut because Grace have coconut in the tin that's greater than juice and in the tin. Very delicious and good for your rice and peas, good for your custard, whatever you want to use. Grace has it made for you, so you don't have to be grater cutting up to blend. It is very delicious. And that's onion over there, and then we have our flour. And I had it nicely washed, so make sure you wash anything you take from the supermarket. Make sure you can wash it with baking soda. And if you have high blood pressure, it's best for you to soak your saltfish overnight. I prep the bell peppers and the onion and the scallion and garlic. So I'm going to take it over to the stove. I'm just going to pour some extra virgin olive oil in the pot. And you can use coconut oil too, any type of oil, or regular olive oil. I didn't have the regular one. This is extra virgin. So I just pour some in the pot. I'm gonna fry up with some fry up here. I'm gonna add this. I like my saltfish fry up a little bit. So I'm gonna fry up the saltfish a little bit on the side. Then I'm gonna mix everything together. I'm just adding a little bit of salt-free herbal season. Because the saltfish is salt, so this is salt-free herbal season. And this is Mrs. Dash salt-free herbal season. Now that the saltfish on the side fry up, I just mix everything together. And I'm going to place it in a bowl. See, I just place it in the bowl. And in the pot have all the seasoning, have all the flavor in it. So I'm just gonna saute the papaya. There I put a half in the bowl, and I'm gonna season it up with some all-purpose seasoning and some jerk seasoning. And the next half I'm gonna use to make a bread. A green papaya bread. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning and 1 tablespoon of jerk seasoning. So it's all nicely seasoned. Cover and marinate for 30 minutes. Add 1 cup of water. So I'm just gonna add a cup of water. And just let the papaya cook until tender. Then you add your saltfish back to the pot. See it cooking and smelling up the place. So I'm just gonna let it cook down some more until it get very soft. It's gonna cook until it get very soft, and then I'm gonna add the saltfish to it. Now we are gonna add our saltfish. Just put the saltfish in the pot. I couldn't tell when I have chocha and saltfish too, because we cook chocha and saltfish in Jamaica too. Ackee and saltfish, callaloo and saltfish, papaya and saltfish. We use saltfish a lot with a lot of dishes, and this is one of them. And just cover for the next 5 minutes. Remove the cover. Let me have a taste of this goodness. Let me have a taste of it. And it's smelling up the place. Smelling so good. So let me have a taste. So delicious. Now that it's cooked, I'm gonna move on to the dumpling. The coconut curry dumpling. So I'm gonna move on to that right now. Don't need to wash the bowl, just add the papaya in. Back in the olden days, they used to have chocho and saltfish, zucchini and saltfish, okra and saltfish. What else? Papaya and saltfish. Saltfish can do a lot. You can do a lot with saltfish. And even callaloo and saltfish. Back in the days, they eat healthy like that. Family, I forget to put the salt. So I'm just add your salt. I forget to add the salt to it. So I'm just adding the salt. So if you forget to add your salt, just put the dough long way like that. Then you add the salt. So you'll get the salt in everywhere when you need it. So just add it. I'm adding a teaspoon of salt. It might seem like I'm moving my hand a lot, but just a teaspoon of salt. You're just going to roll it up together back. Then you're going to mix in your salt. So you get the salt right through and through the dough. All right. So in here we have 4 cups of flour. We have 2 tablespoons of curry. We have 1 tin of milk. That's coconut cream. And what else we have? I think that's it. And you just need your dough. And if you find it sticking a little bit like this in the bowl, it's not supposed to stick. You just add a little bit more flour. If you find it sticking in the dough in the bowl, just add a little bit more flour. And in the meantime, you just put your water to boil. It's not supposed to stick in the bowl. So if you find it sticking, and when you know your dough is ready, is when you can take the dough and clean the bowl like this. That's how you know your dough is ready. For whether frying, if you're frying, if you're frying, you just add your baking powder. Even if it's self-rising flour, you need lighter dumpling. We're not talking about fried dumpling, no, we're talking about our cooked dumpling. But if you want a fried dumpling, even if you have self-rising flour, add a teaspoon of baking powder to your self-rising flour. Because what happens is that sometimes the self-rising flour is in the store for months and months and months. So you just add like a teaspoon, to the flour. Teaspoon of baking powder to the flour when you're doing your nice dumpling, when you roll them and they're nice and fluffy. You want a fluffy dumpling? That's what you do. Yeah, we are learning here. All right, so this is ready to cook. Guys, cooked dumpling we're making. And I'm going to leave my recipe in the description box. In the beginning, when I just start, I would do that. But sometime after you finish cook, you have other things to do and you forget to leave the recipes. Because I want all my recipe to be in the description box on the internet. Yeah. All right, and my name is Margaret, and I'm writing recipe for the age of 10. I create my own recipes from the age of 10, and I just love it. Now that the dough is kneaded and ready, you knead it and it's ready, just break them in section, whatever size you like to make your dumpling in. Just break them in the size you like. And if you like curry like me, I was looking for chicken back to curry. I can't even find any chicken back in my neighborhood. I have to go somewhere else to get me some chicken back, because I want to make an old-time recipe with chicken back. Okay, so I break them all in pieces so they are ready for the water, the boiling water. So this is the dumpling. They're all ready for the pot, but I'm going to show you how to make the dumpling. You can, if you have long nails, just roll your dumpling like this. Roll your dumpling if you have long nails and just flatten it. Flatten it out, you just roll it and just flatten it if you have long nails. If you don't have long nails, you can just use your nails and make them. You know, use your finger, your both thumb, and make them like this. You see? Your both thumb and make them like this. And you can just flatten them like that. Or you want to put a sink in the middle like this. Some people put a sink in the middle like that. Right. And sometimes if you have ackee and saltfish, you can always wide out your dumpling like that and make a hole in it. Make a hole so the ackee and the saltfish can hold, and you just eat. Okay? Alright. So we are learning here today. Learning a lot. Okay. That's it. Remove this bowl. And this is ready right here. And I just put a little flour in the bottom so that they don't stick. And I just put them, so we are going to put them in the boiling water now. Now that the water is boiling, remove your cover and place the dumpling in the pot to boil. And you add salt to your water. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt. And I just flatten them to make them a little wider. I just flatten it out to make it a little wider. Okay? So the pot is ready. Oh, it needs a little bit more boiling water. I'm going to add some more boiling water to the pot. From my kettle, I'll add some more boiling water to the pot. So I just boil it for 30 minutes and that's it. So I add a teaspoon of salt to the water, and I'm gonna cover it, you know, halfway cover it, and let it cook for 30 minutes. Family, nothing nice like butter and dumpling. So I put some thin slice of butter on top of the dumpling, and when the dumpling is hot, it just melts. It's very, very good. When you take it out the pot and it's hot, the butter just melt on the dumpling. Oh yes, and you lick your finger. And this is smelling up the place and tastes very good. As I had tasted it, and it's very, very good. Delicious, delicious, delicious. There you have it, family, your delicious meal. And the shout out of the day goes to Louise from Jamaica and Damien from Romania. Bye from Eat Good TV. Love you. Wish you all the best. Bye.